Jamie Carragher said something after that Tottenham game that really stuck with me. And he was speaking about how Liverpool players look scared. They don't do what is necessary in the moment. And, in that match at that time, Tottenham had 9 men on the field. Liverpool still had the full squad of 11 there. And you can see Arne Slot like urging the guys on, get forward, get forward. And they just weren't listening. And this leads me to another question, and that is, are Liverpool too scared to play the tactics that the manager wants? And do we owe Arne Slot an apology? Now, Carragher, when he broke it down, he didn't do what I typically do. We just look at the tactics and we're looking at this, that, and the other, and it's all tactical analysis of that. He done something simpler. He looked at the behavior of the players on the pitch. And the more I looked at it and the more I listened to what Carragher had to say, the more I had to reflect on whether I'm actually doing the correct thing by doing the whole tactical analysis and going that route. Because what he pointed out is that there are moments where Liverpool's players are playing and they kind of retrieve. And instead of making the pitch wider, and using more space, spreading out so that they could capitalize on the second ball, what they did was they retrieved. And this is when Liverpool was already ahead. And so they kind of retrieve into this unnatural position and they're playing on top of each other. Like the midfield is right on top of the defensive players. And you can kind of see Konate trying to tell the midfielders, just get out of my space, just get out of my space. There was one moment before Tottenham scored where Liverpool were defending something like 10-4, which means there were 4 Tottenham players in Liverpool's box and there were 10 Liverpool players. Now, what the heck is that? And at every moment, you can see Arne Slot in the bottom of the screen and it looks like he's losing his mind, telling the guys, just get forward, just get out of the box. But the team doesn't listen. Everyone's doing their own thing and it looks chaotic. It looks like they're panicking. And I don't know what to make of that, because in my mind, as a fan and from the tactical analysis that I do, that's what I'm telling the players to do. Just spread out, guys. Stop playing on top of each other, because what happens is one of the defenders gets the ball, he heads it out, and there's no midfielder to pick it up. And so we keep losing the second ball. Tottenham pick it up and they become a bigger and bigger threat. And we saw that throughout the latter part of that second half. And it led me to this question, are we wrong about Arne Slot? Is he perhaps the one that is thinking the way we do and the players just aren't reacting to that? Is the problem perhaps with the team? And I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. You and I are alike. And I know there's a moment also that we can't forget that this is a team where players are grieving. It is a difficult moment for some of them. Let's not forget the impact that the passing of Diogo Jota has on the team. But surely that can't be used as an excuse for every poor player decision on the field. If the midfielders are always trying to run into spaces where the defenders are, meaning there's no midfielders to pick up the ball, so the forwards have to come back, that's a different story. And I think that is why Arne Slot makes these weird changes and moves players out of position. I don't know. I'm only speculating now because I've been very critical of Arne Slot's changes. But it seems that sometimes he needs to move a midfielder into the right back position and put the right back at, on the wing position to just do something different, because the players that's on the field during that moment aren't reacting. And I went back and I looked at the Leeds match and it's exactly the same thing. Arne Slot once again is shouting, get out, get forward, spread out, guys. And they don't do it. It happened in the match against Newcastle. Again, he's over there on the line, he's screaming and he's motioning to them to move, and everything happens except that. And it is a difficult one to really make out what the heck is happening over there. But yeah, that was my question. Do we do we have to look at this in a different way? Are we maybe seeing that it is the team that could be a little problematic here? Perhaps there's something else going on, because when that happens, you aren't going to be getting the results that you know this team can get. And every player is not playing to the maximum capacity when they are doing that bad thing. And the second part of that question is, do we owe Arne Slot an apology because of us being so critical? So I don't know if you have a moment somewhere, over this Christmas period, to have a look at that, go and review that. If you can get a hold of that Carragher video, it's been eye-opening for me. Have a look at that. See what you have to say about that. Drop your comments at the bottom and let me know. Am I now just going too far to the other side from where I was? I'm by no means saying Arne Slot should leave. He got the best out of the team last season, but it seems this season there's a bit of a communication issue there, and it's not looking very good. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that one. And then I also wanted to say we set out a target for ourselves of reaching 50 subscribers by Christmas time. And I'm so happy, guys, we did it. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed and hit a like on the videos. It really means a lot. And now that means we've got to set the bar a little higher. We've got to get to, let's say, 100 subscribers by the end of January. And I hope I can make it. And I hope you're going to be along with the journey to reach that goal. And also to everyone celebrating tomorrow, have a Merry Christmas. Be safe on the roads out there. Remember, be blessed wherever you are, and be a blessing wherever you are. Have a great Christmas.